Hi, welcome back to the channel. We wanted to do a really quick little video on spring trout tactics. We're a little later in the spring. The water's starting to warm up out. Around here it's probably in high 50s, lower 60s. We had a good day yesterday at Nawatzel. Actually, we caught one good fish. Today we went back to Stilicum, so we didn't want to do a whole video just on Stilicum, but more about just fishing in the spring. So this time of year we have found in Western Washington, soft plastics work really well. The spoon bite is really starting to pick up, and the plug bite. Typically the faster presentations like that, or the more aggressive presentations, tend to happen a little bit better as the water warms up. So we ran some plastics today, we ran some plugs, and we ran some spoons, and we found that spoons and plugs were obviously doing a whole lot better. We had a pretty good day on the water today. Water temperature was about 60 degrees. Also, it's the trout opener today, which doesn't mean much for most of the lakes that are open year-round, except the lakes that aren't open year-round opens today. So it tends to be a big fishing pressure day. So one of our thoughts was to go to a known body of water that we were familiar with and all that, and probably had a little shittier boat access to try and limit the amount of people we had to compete with. So I hope you enjoy this video, and we'll wrap it up at the end.
Mike just pulled up and checked it, and wasn't down about a minute and got hit.
I changed out. That's a golden orange Magalips 2.0.
1.5 colors?
Yeah, 104 feet behind the boat. Standing back here trying to warm up after I fell in the damn lake trying to get in the boat. There he goes. All right, so Pete hooked up while I'm farting with that fish. That's not a plant. That's a Trout Tricks, Pink Tricks. That's a nice fish, man. 16?
17.5.
Wow. Little dink.
That's a nice fish.
Yeah, that's another big one.
Yep.
What lure is that you're fishing there?
That's the spinner.
Spinner. Okay, so that's still the pink wedding ring.
Yep. Skinny and long.
Yeah.
They look like we can do a little bit bigger. Coke. That's a nice coke.
He's a big bright one, isn't he?
Yep.
Oh, we're close enough proximity to that guy to count.
All of them, maybe.
Pitching rods, changing sides, running aground. I got it.
Thank you. Come on, yeah, 15.
decent, huh? So we started fishing today like we normally do. Pete usually starts deep, I start shallow, and we kind of meet in the middle. We're fishing lead core again today. The lake's not very deep, so it's easy to cover with lead core. If it was a deeper lake, we'd have been fishing with downriggers possibly, depending on the water temperature. But we started out with some plastics, and we did get hit on plastics. It just wasn't a great bite. Pete went on to a mag lips, which is a fairly aggressive plug, and had some success there. One of the things that we actually did was tried some different colors, some silvers and blues and things like that, and you know, back to standard stuff that has worked for me. Is we found that mine was silver and orange. He was running an all orange mag lips plug, and they were just tearing it up. Later in the day, I went to orange trigger spoon from fishhuntshoot.com. It's a thin profile bait fish spoon with a fairly bright orange color, and that worked really well. So the spoon bite is definitely picking up. The plug bite is on right now. It's a really good time to be on the water and be fishing. The fishing pressure wasn't bad out there today. There's a couple of people out there on their, you know, power boats doing their wakeboarding and that kind of stuff, but it worked out for us well today to pick that lake that we knew and pick the lake that didn't have the best access, to try and limit the amount of people that we had to compete with. So hit that subscribe button, bell notification, and we'll see you on the water.